The C-5A Galaxy sprawls across the tarmac at Ramstein, Germany, a massive warehouse with wings. It's 8 a.m. and Captain Jackie Fleming, in civilian life, a flight engineer on Continental Airlines 767s and 757s, gets ready to fly the 3,800-mile return leg to the U.S. We're along on a unique mission, unique because the entire 5-person flight crew, the pilots, Rachel Dalton and Jackie Fleming, the loadmasters, Senior Airman Danielle Creamer and Rebecca Besch, and the flight engineer Terry Harlow, are women. For these veteran Air Force Reserve flyers, it's supposed to be just another flight, a light load strapped into a cargo hold that could hold 6 Greyhound buses. Routine compared to this. All of these women are veterans of aeromedical flights, the harrowing Germany to Iraq air ambulance flights aboard the now retired C-141. A lights-out, steep dive into Balad, north of Baghdad. When I took the flight 2 years ago, we came home with a plane load of badly injured soldiers and Marines, some of them on life support. The 445th Airlift Wing has stepped back a bit from the fight, no longer going down range. That's the military catchphrase for combat region. This flight was supposed to be fairly routine until the word came it would be redesignated. They're called HR flights. That's the military acronym for human remains, but what in fact it is a very respectful and somber ceremony aboard this aircraft. And today here in Germany, being put on board are 6 dead soldiers being brought home to the United States. Below decks, we are told soldiers who died in Iraq in the last 24 hours are being brought aboard. We won't fly through to Ohio. We'll go to Dover, Delaware, to the Army mortuary. The mood on the aircraft shifts.
It's tough, knowing what they went through and what their families are going to go through. You feel bad. You don't know what else can you do?
I say a little prayer in my head, for the member themselves and for the family.
I do not photograph the caskets. These are pictures released through the Freedom of Information Act from other flights. A flight crew member makes an argument for keeping cameras away from the war dead entirely.
To film them, the caskets coming off the back of the airplane, knowing their loved ones are in those before they pay respect. And to me, that's really disrespectful.
Though just 19, Loadmaster Danielle Creamer has stared war right in the eye and is today responsible for strapping down the caskets.
The first time you carry an HR, it almost makes you sick to your stomach. And it's hard because we physically, looking at those cases and their bodies and knowing what they just went through, it does. It'll bring a tear to your eye the first time you see it.
On the flight deck, 2 veteran flight engineers pause during pre-flight to talk about the caskets below.
It's important that somebody does it, and I'm glad that it's us.
It's our final way of showing those guys that we got them home and that we're thankful for what they did for us.
The huge aircraft taxis for takeoff back to the U.S. The caskets are lined with ice. Families may be waiting in Dover for the war dead. For the air crews, it is a very important mission.
We would wait however long it takes to get these guys back to their families so that they can have the closure that they need. And of course, it's always sad, but for me, it's rewarding to know that we're part of that.
It is an honor for me to bring their body back to the States. It's a mission that is very near to my heart, and we're just very proud to safely carry their bodies home to their families.